we're now live, and I'm doing this all a bit strange. So, if you're just joining, the internet speed wasn't good enough in Panama, but I've got Dan, Canada Dan, on my phone. We tried to do it properly, and it didn't work. So this is the next best thing. So, Dan, congratulations! You're third in this leg and nailed it.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. It was a good competition, that's for sure. Between when Renault came in and when I came in, there's only 8 hours difference between the three of us, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So really speaks to the class and the boats and I guess the three skippers too, I suppose. And but yeah, it was good. It was a good run. It was a little over 1,100 nautical miles. But it was a lot of fun. It was definitely warm. Past few days have been pretty warm inside the little boat. That's for sure.
Yeah, I believe it. You're all just too fast. I know. I'm conceding we've made a bad mistake again on this one. I don't know how I picked our flights for this one because only 1,200 miles, and even at 100-mile day would have been close. But you guys have been pushing about 130. You would have done probably 134-mile day average all the way across, which is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what the average was. Yeah, I haven't sorted all that out. But the one day on VMG, I did 143, which was my personal best. I haven't had that boat going that fast. And I made a mistake. I didn't do a daily trip, so I don't really know actually on the water distance that I did. But I'll go with 143. That was good enough for me, so it was fun.
Yeah, it was good. You're getting plenty. You're getting some good media off as well, like photos and. I had the feel that you were really enjoying this one.
It was really good. Yeah, I had fun with the camera. I was sitting up on the bow of the boat, put my feet in the water because the water was so warm, and then shortly after that, about 3 hours later, I saw about a 10-foot shark at the back of my boat. So maybe he smelled my dirty feet. I don't know. I'm not sure, but there was definitely a shark back there. I got some photo and video of him, but he never did surface again. So he's under the water. But yeah, it was lots of wildlife this time for sure.
Yeah, cool. So you'll always reign strong on the issue of you've got more miles on your boat than any of the other skippers, but you must be feeling quite I don't know, proud, happy, thinking, holy dooly, you're just about to get out of the Atlantic, and across the paddock, and here comes the Pacific. So can you try and quantify that? Like, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, it's pretty surreal. I can't believe that I've crossed the Atlantic Ocean twice and now the Caribbean Sea. There's a lot of miles. I think I had 73 or 7,400 nautical miles on the boat under the keel. Oh, it's quite a bit, yeah. And the Pacific coming up is going to be a huge challenge because, there's so many variables in terms of weather and systems and currents and all kinds of stuff like that. It's going to be a real challenge, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you were having success talking to family and friends and just keeping the communications going. Was that working okay?
Yeah, that was working fine with me. I have a Iridium Go exec, and then we're using WhatsApp for voice messaging. So that seems to work out pretty good. I can do a call, but it's pretty glitchy. And then texting, obviously, and stuff like that. I can send pictures and short video. But yeah, I kept in contact quite a bit. I got some good footage for Rob this time. And it's already edited. And as you know, Captain Coconut came near me twice. And the second time, he was boasting about these pancakes with Canadian syrup on them, Canadian maple syrup. And I said, well, I have some Canadian coffee. Why don't you come by if you can catch me? Come by and I'll toss you a bag. So I tossed him. He came right beside me, actually a little too close. I have pictures and video to show. But Jill was... we both fell into a trough and the bag went over her head, so it was all for naught.
Okay.
But it was a lot of fun.
Look, I know Captain Coconut well. He's a complete scam. You know what he's going to say? He's going to say, "Oh, I slowed down so I can keep up with, just say g'day to the boys and girls and stuff, But we all know better."
That's right.
Anyway, bit of fun. Yeah, bit of fun. So,
it was a lot of fun.
Yes. So you must be, Little B is really your home now. You've spent a long time on board, so you're still sleeping athwartships and things like that. Like anything, I can't imagine you're going to change anything down below. But how's that side of it going? Food and water and living on board and everything.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I didn't eat as much this leg, only because it was so hot. Right, when it's too, I don't like to eat very much, and which is my downfall. I still drank a lot. I still had lots of water after the day. It wasn't dehydrated, but I forced myself the food. This past 10 days, 40 days, bro, lost some more weight already. So I gotta eat some carbs, some pasta when I'm here. Beef up again before we get out. So
yeah, I think we.
Yeah, I just need some more snacks.
That's cool. I can see you on the real phone here, and maybe it's the lens, but maybe you've been. It's like sitting in a sauna for a week. You probably have lost a bit of weight, but that's normal.
I sweated it out for sure. Yeah, the boat's super stinky and sweaty and wet, and we have water down below. Couple splashes, but nothing major. Renault got a big dumping inside. He figured about 30 liters of seawater. So I got some splashes, but nothing major. But yeah, I sweated out. It was hot.
Yeah,
especially this past day.
I've never sailed that leg, but I mean, we all knew there was going to be wind against tide and everything. But some of the wave action sounded, by all your reports, it was pretty not nasty, but really just horrible.
Yeah, it was pretty choppy. Like, it was short fetch, which was way different than the Atlantic. The Atlantic was big, long rollers, and we were surfing down those big rollers and stuff like that. Whereas the Caribbean was more shorter fetch, not quite as big of a sea, which then tossed the boat around a lot. So the boat movement was way different than the Atlantic. So there's some challenges there, just cooking and doing things, like things were getting tossed all over the place. It was some pretty crazy, just different. It just feels different, as you know, Don.
Yeah.
You've sailed many oceans, and you know the feel of different areas, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's just different. Yeah.
Well, you should be pretty right now across the Pacific until you go across the top of Australia, and we'll be hearing about exactly the same thing. But anyway, that's another story. Hey, I'm happy to be talking to you. Have you caught up with Renaud and Kerry at all? I've been trying to get to them, but they're.
Yeah, as soon as I got to the dock, they were there shortly after, and we had a celebratory pull on some rum. So, and then Dan the holiday man arrived, and he came over, and we had another little taste of the Antiguan rum. So
yeah,
it's been cracked open.
That's cool. Hey, what's the news? Did Kerry mention anything about sailing without a wind vane? Is his other autopilot still going, or?
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't get into that, but I'll let him describe. He's got some more damage to his boat, and
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly, but I'll let him describe all that. He didn't say anything about having trouble with the wind vanes or anything, or his tiller pilots, but I'm not too sure. He didn't get into it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So what about your work list? Much going on? Like, you're going to get a bit of a time to sit in an air-conditioned room for a while or something?
Yeah, I booked a room. That's where I'm sitting right now, is in a hotel room. So I figured I'm going to lay on a bed that's flat. I actually have some AC on my body for the night. So
yeah, cool.
But no, I got a couple little things to do the mainsail, just some chafe, a couple things, but I did not break one thing really. Some chafe on lines. Yeah, I'm in pretty good shape, other than the boat just needs a good cleaning. It doesn't smell very nice down there. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
And you physically, no damage or bangs or bruises or cuts or anything?
No, just I'm still nursing that sciatica problem, but it's getting better every day. So it takes time. Yeah. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. I didn't. Well, the only problem that I had was the one, and I think I mentioned it on Facebook, was I hit something, and I don't know what it was. I guess it was a whale. I'm not really sure. We were just talking about that down below, that it could have been a log as well. We're not too sure.
Yeah.
Because Daniel, he passed a huge log in the water about 4 days ago, and he wondered if that's what it was as well. But so that happened, and I slammed my shoulder up against the galley cabinet. But other than that, no real physical ailments this time.
Yeah,
did pretty good, unscathed. So
that's good. That's
I
good.
know Renault's hobbling around right now, so he's got a sore foot.
Okay. Yeah, all right. There'll be a bit of that. Anyway, time to recover. So that's all good then. So just happy to see you. Wish we were there. As I say, anyway, we'll be in Fiji. Don't worry, we will meet you in Fiji. And we'll see you. We'll see you soon. We start to move shortly. So that's cool. All right. So anything you want to say before we wrap this up, and then we'll look forward to doing an in-depth one when we get there.
No, I just want to thank my family for all the support, my wife and my 2 daughters, and my whole campaign team, Morgan and Holly, and everybody else sending me well wishes. I can't really respond on Facebook while I'm at sea, but I'll get on that the next day or so and respond to all the comments and all that kind of good stuff. It's really helps a lot when you hear positive reinforcement, even when things aren't going perfect. And it's good to hear those good comments. It's really cool. So other than that, no, I'm good.
Yeah, well,
I'll sign off and enjoy my air-conditioned hotel room here.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's really good to see them. You guys and girls are gonna suffer from the same thing that I used to get. We used to sail back and forth to Antarctica and do it pretty without too much drama. And that's what you guys are doing. And everyone used to say, "Oh, it's easy." You're doing it so well, and everyone's sailing well, and the boats. You're getting the boats through. People are going to start to think it's too easy. And I got to just remind everyone watching, it's not as easy as it looks, right? And yes, you're projecting a positive image, and it's all fun and fluffy. But believe me, I know what you're going through, and I just think you're doing an amazing job, all of you. It's just fantastic to watch. I'm a bit envious in some ways because
it's not an easy gig, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Find a little area.
Yeah, absolutely. So well done, mate. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, mate. See you later. Yep. Bye-bye. Sure. Bye-bye. Okay, so it wasn't quite the way we wanted to do it and the way we usually... Oh, jeepers, I should have thought. There's all the questions here. You could have asked Dan questions, but anyways, that's for next time. Normally with this system, we just have Dan on standby down the bottom rack here, which he was, but every time we tried to put him up, we'd lose the signal, he'd freeze. And we tried that a couple of times. He rang me, and then he got to better internet when he checked into his room and called back. And then in the end, I thought, oh, bugger it, we'll do the usual deal and just stick it on a phone. But if there was reasonable internet there, we do this a lot. We haven't done it with MGR yet, but with GGR and so on, we interview the skippers in the year or so leading up and do different things. And it's a good system, but that was better than nothing, and it was there. So whilst I missed the opportunity, for those of you that are watching this live, to pass on any questions you had to Dan, I'll just have a quick scan through here and see if it's okay. We can see and hear on Facebook. Cool. Congratulations. Thanks, Kathleen. Well done, Dan. Yeah, it was a good job. Dan seems lost more weight. There's a bit of that is possibly the camera, but I got to say, when I'm looking at it here, yes, they're looking a lot healthier than maybe they were in the system. That happens to most sailors when you've been at sea for a while. You burn off the excess fat that was there or whatever it was, and your body shape changes because you're using different stuff, and you usually look a lot healthier. Not like me at the moment. I haven't been at sea for long enough. But anyway, soon. Dan says lost more weight. Don, time for... Oh, that's Jane. Bloody hell. Yes, time for us to go sailing. Yes, we will be there in Fiji when they get there. Congratulations. Yeah, good on you, Dan. Chris, watching you from Panama. Cool. Well done, Dan. Good on you. Yep. It's pretty cool. It is, he brings up the fact that they're all within 8 hours after 1,200 miles. It's fantastic. Even Popeye's not that far away, I just got the word they have to send us a message when they're 100 miles out, and they're all coming in saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. So there'll be some more to go very shortly. Thanks all. Congratulations, Dan. Well said, Dan. I'm jealous of you. Yeah. But remembering, that's why I brought it up at the end, they're working a lot harder than it may appear. It all seems light and fluffy, and in one way it is. They're achieving and doing what they set out to do, and you always make the most of that. You don't want to talk about all the but you just got to think about it. Living on the boat for that length of time in the heat is the problem, and this is the first time I've heard them talking about the reality of it's a bit smelly down there because you got to keep the boat closed up because of the water and things like that, and that's exactly what to expect. And it's going to be a lot like that for the next leg. The next leg is going to be one of the unique ones. Quite achievement to get across. Is there any boat for sale to race? Yes, there is. Biggest Monkey is for sale. It's ready to go. It's a great boat. You can see a lot of it. Niels did the Transat. So if you roll over to the Globe 580 Transat Facebook page, you'll see lots of the photos of his boat there. And if you go to the Globe 580 Transat website, you'll see all the entrant lists there. And if you look for Niels, you'll see him there, and there'll be a link to his social media, which means you can get to him, and he'll be happy to talk to you about the sale of his boat. It's currently in Antigua. It's due to go on the ship to ship it back to Europe in the next couple of weeks. Niels has now gone back to Europe, but I think it's due to sail in about 2 weeks. So, and it takes a couple of weeks to sail ship across the Atlantic. So good luck flying, Poncho. Don't know where it's not all fluffy. Don, I am aware it's not all fluffy. Done my own Transat. Yeah, absolutely. It's the same story. And you project a positive image when you're on the media and social media and telling friends this, that, and the other. But later on, I'm sure you'll get to see the raw side when they're on the boat for 40 days or something. That's all part of it as well. So, it's interesting when I'm there, I will be interviewing them all on board, and it'll be an in-depth one sort of thing. And it's amazing what comes out during those interviews. This is all a bit scratchy and a bit hard to, keep it going. It's not as rich as it can be, but we hope to capture a bit of that when we do the interviews when we finally get there. So, okay, that's about it. We're on standby. We've sent messages to it's 11:30 here now. We told them we're good to go up to midnight. To the others, but Kerry hasn't come up yet. Renaud tried, but wasn't able to get a sort of link, so he couldn't get Renaud. Left a message for Holiday Dan. He's already done one thing with Xavier, but we haven't got to him yet, but we hope to later on. I wish we were there, as you know. Good job, everybody, and we'll catch you later on. So thanks for that. See you later.
Witness history in the making. The McIntyre Mini Globe Race 2025. Small boat, huge adventure.